と知れ。恥と知れ。
There we go.
And like that, we are live.
Hello, everyone.
And hold on. And oh, I'm too big. Oh, I'm too big.
You're too big.
I'm
what?
too big. I'm too
I
chunky. I'm
I
too.
gotta look at the YouTube.
No, hold on. No, there's nothing special. It's just the screen. I forgot to.
Oh,
I forgot to. Hold on. Where's the fit to screen? There we go. Now just shrink it. There we go. Now people can see us, and I'm not so chunky.
hey, you're not chunky.
I'm fluffy. No, actually, no, I'm not fluffy. I'm a step below fluffy. For now.
Oh, is it husky?
Yes, I'm husky. Bunch of husky boys.
Husky boys.
That's
what we are.
That should have been our second rap name, the Husky Boys.
The Husky Boys. That would have been good.
Not as good as Spesso and the Dandy, but it will be just as good. And already, hey Ghetto, I see you in the chat.
Man, I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Wait.
In the sense of like I'm tired.
Oh, okay.
Like it's now hitting me.
Someone get this man a monster or a bang. He won't like it, but it's good. But he needs it for today. So just for tonight.
Give him a monster and a bang. He won't like it, but he needs it.
This is how we become true gamer bros.
Yep. This is how we become gamer bros.
Unless you want that 5-hour energy, assuming that it works. I remember seeing that ad so many times watching Adult Swim and thinking, is it really all that? Can this power me for the next 5 hours?
It is like a small container too.
Mm-hmm. Which means must have a super concentration of everything.
Pure caffeine.
Pure, unadulterated caffeine. And speaking of pure, unadulterated, hello folks. Welcome to episode 122 of the HAC Show. I am the generally beautiful and moronic hack.
And I am your pun master, Jack, going back to the old one. The OG.
Are you officially retiring the Samurai Jack?
It will come back eventually.
Yeah, next time you play Yakuza.
Well, that and also in Grounded, apparently there's a sombrero there, so I could still be the sombrero samurai there.
Yeah, and Johnny Cage, he's in. He says, so to be the gamer, you gotta get yourself a nice pair of kidney stones.
You see, that's something I'll never do because I drink too much water.
Oh, look at him! He drinks too much water. Oh, good for him. And that's what I hope I'm never going to. I definitely have staving off soda for the most part, not completely, just for the most part.
I know my brother actually had one once. I don't remember when, but it was like around when we were in high school. I didn't even notice. Like literally, they said like, and he went to the restroom in the middle of the night, passed out because of the kidney stone. Wait. And they went to the hospital. I didn't even notice until like the day after.
Oh wow! Ooh, that's I'm sure he was taught a valuable lesson.
Remember what they say. Women, it's the pain. Here's the difference in pain. For a woman, they will say, "I want another baby," and they'll have another baby, even though with that excruciating pain. But no one ever says, "I want to have another kidney stone."
Makes you it makes you think. It makes you think. I think I remember unfortunately someone who is probably not allowed on YouTube anymore. Unfortunately, even though I kind of found his joke to be very edgy milk toast, if that makes any sense. But I remember he did a joke about how much women over dramatize pregnancies, and he was comparing it to his wife, in which after the first child it was like nothing to it was nothing to give birth after that, and Bolden just kind of get over the I guess the the intensity of it, because apparently after a while a woman can just do it without any trouble. According to him, not my words. All right, just because it may not seem as big in a kidney stone doesn't mean I want to experience giving birth. Let's that be a fact. One at least has a potentially positive benefit, and the other is literally rocks going down your urinary tract.
Exactly.
So, who's the real villain here? Johnny Cage is so the bitch got loose. I mean, it can't be tight forever. That's just a fact. It can't be. It can't be tight forever. All right. Happens to the best of us. Just like for men, it can't stay hard forever. Eventually, little Willie has to retire, and no blue pills are gonna bring it back to life. At that point, just kiss goodbye and just say, "Well, that part of my life is done." And at that point, you probably shouldn't be getting more kids.
Not with that attitude.
Unless you really want to visit your fifth son's graduation.
Your fifth generation son's graduation.
Oh, but so Jack, so a lot happened between last episode and this episode.
All right, tell me what happened.
Well, first of all, I got sick.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, which I initially thought was allergies, but I was like, I never had allergies before. Then it turns out, oh no, it was just a cold, a summer cold, and I literally got it over the Memorial Day weekend.
That made a lot of sense because I was literally talking to my parents. I'm like, oh yeah, we decided to skip it today. I don't know why. He said he had allergies. I didn't even know he had allergies.
Oh, Johnny Cage. Yeah, he comments, if Ric Flair can wrestle being 70 years old, I don't have to retire no body part. Johnny, Ric Flair chooses to still wrestle at that age. But the question, but he probably lost his sanity a long time ago. So you're really gonna admire someone like Ric Flair who probably should have retired and maybe not convince his daughter to continue the legacy. Okay, that one's a joke. I have no opinions on his daughter's wrestling career other than I know Ric Flair's daughter is a wrestler, and that's all I know about it. I never see any of her matches. But yeah, I got a cold. That's why there was not only no episode last week, but not even a chill stream because I nose got stuffy and as just nasty coughs and obviously not a great week condition to stream. So that's why on my end that week was essentially dead on the channel. And I'm much better, as you can hear, though I'm having weird ear issues, but little ear medicine can fix with that. So I am much better, except for my leg, I'm still dealing with my leg. God dang it!
Really?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be that injury that's gonna stay with you forever now?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Only because it's only taking forever. Not because of me being inactive and trying to get it better. It's me having to rely on workers' comp to get my leg to get better. So as much as it is nice for workers' comp to pay me while forcing me to not work and rest, it also don't like the fact that I kid you not, Jack, I kid you not, that in the second week of April, I found I got recommended from a approved clinic that I had to go to. I can't just go to any doctor. I had to go to an approved clinic. That's part of their program. And once they finally said, okay, here you can meet an actual orthopedic doctor, a knee doctor. I was like, okay, things are going swimmingly. I kid you not. They had to refer me to 3 different orthopedic practices before I finally got an appointment. And that took the entire month of April and May.
Jesus Christ.
And I finally did it. I finally got the appointment and an MRI. I finally got all that. But the funny part is that I was able to do that with the third medical office that was contacted. And I kid you not, the first one they ever contacted on the day of my appointment to see the knee doctor, that first office called me in which they were supposed to contact me in April, calling me in the end of May, and say, "Hey, Mr. Hack, uh, when would you like to set your appointment?" And I was so confused because I thought this was the same office I was literally going to. I'm like, wait, didn't we just until I asked them what their office was, and then I realized, oh my god, it's literally the first people the clinic asked to do the appointment, and they finally contacted me near like 5-6 weeks later.
Jesus Christ. American health system.
I want that. Less American, less that is more the workers' comp system. Because if it was the actual American health system, sure, I would have to pay money, but at least I would have. All of this would have been done, and all that will be done. The only silver lining here is that this is not coming out any of my pocket, and that I'm still getting paid from my job. Technically speaking, that's the only silver lining. But at a cost, everything is progressing so slowly that that I'm still dealing with an injury I had back in March.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
just be glad that you actually aren't having to pay the bills yourself,
yeah.
because, well, not just because of the pricing, not just because of that, but it is a nightmare. It's a nightmare to pay those damn bills. You know why?
Why?
I don't. Have you ever had anything they have to pay for yourself when it came to like the doctor bills?
I think
I know.
I think maybe sent sent a bill for the day the accident happened, or I had
Hmm.
the ambulance ride at the local hospital. So maybe for that, and that's probably it.
Okay.
Which even then,
So
I saw like I got a mail that was like the potential cost just for that, and
yeah,
even then I was like, "Hey, I can pay
yeah,
it," but oh god.
yeah. Like, so, I remember whenever I had my accident, people called the ambulance. I was practically fine enough, I think, at that time, to not need the ambulance, because the ambulance people literally told me like, hey, so if you go into this ambulance, it's gonna cost you. Like, no, thank you. So I go over to the doctors by myself at one of the closest emergency 24/7 places. Got my X-rays and everything. Weeks later, I finally got my bill. So it's a bill for the doctor, a bill for the other doctor, because apparently the doctor you talk to, they you have to pay them, and then the doctor that does the X-rays or whatever they're called, I forgot the radiologist,
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay them, and then I had to pay the building. Yeah, there was like three different payments. So I talked to the first one, which was the building, and they okay. I actually asked them like, why do I have to pay for two doctors? Like, no, 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 you're not paying for two doctors. You're paying for your doctor, yes, but the other one is you're paying for the building itself. Like, what? Like, yeah, you're paying the area, the location. Like, okay, why?
Oh my gosh.
They couldn't answer that, but
Well,
thankfully, after a while, did get my case solved with the whole insurance stuff. They were able to pay for it, but it was a nightmare because I had to call three different phones, like three different phone numbers to pay their three different people and make sure that they're all paid so I don't get hurt whenever I had a credit card.
John,
Uh,
Johnny, yeah. This is why I say I'm lucky. It's just that I wish it was not as progressing slowly, because I don't want this to be an injury that's gonna be with me forever. And also, Johnny Cage says, "I will never be able to wrap my head around you people having to pay for the ambulance."
Yeah.
He also continues, the fuck kind of scams y'all's hospitals are running up there. Hey.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'll explain it in the most simplest ways. Hospitals back then, they used to pay reasonable they used to sell things at a reasonable price. That was before insurance. Whenever insurance started, hospitals realized that they can scam as much money as they can out of insurances, and they won't say a thing because the insurance, they don't care. They genuinely don't care, as long as, because all that money is just gonna come out of the premium of the person that signed up for it. So what you have to do, if you ever just don't get injured in the U.S. But if you do, whenever you're talking about your pricing, they're gonna put you to the side. They'll tell you how much everything costs. It's gonna be a big scary number, probably 6 digits, maybe 4 or 5, 4 if you're lucky. Just say, I need an itemized bill, and almost half of the thing, like almost that just saying that sentence will cut your price down tremendously.
Because they can't get away with it. Kind of reminds me of a video I saw where it was actually a college lecture where lawyers or a real lawyer told his students, if you ever are stopped by the police and you know you've done nothing wrong, cooperate, but don't say anything.
That is true, actually. Yeah, that's true.
And surprisingly, it's a very popular video on YouTube, but yet YouTube suppresses it, even though it is an actually educational video. Like, it's literally a lecture. But whatever. I don't run this website. I just simply use it. And also, hey Chris, he says, I know an Attilan that can afford free healthcare, Johnny, but this is Earth.
Oh, by the way, I remember in my itemized bill, I saw pretty much a painkiller, like an ad. I think it was like Tylenol or something. It must have been. It usually whenever they have these big scary names about the drug, it's most likely Tylenol. Most likely just a random over the counter painkiller.
Robitussin.
$14 for a tablet.
Yeah, which at a pharmacy you can literally buy maybe 2 packs or a big pack of Tylenol for $14.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was certainly, but yeah, like I think it went. My pricing for whenever I had my accident was like 20,000 ish, around there, give or take. I bargained with them and said like, hey, I can't really pay that, and I need an itemized bill. It went down to like 5,000.
Which, hey, that's going. What was it? You said 16,000,
20,000.
20,000. Hey, that's a steal if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, I
So
mean
it's
it
like
was 5,000 just because of thankfully I didn't mention anything about the insurance.
So there you go. But moving on from a very flawed healthcare system in our country, because that's always a fun topic and definitely doesn't cause debates among the more politically minded. Definitely doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I want to actually share a story. I actually want to share a story that I haven't shared on the show yet. It's very recent, and I'll make it somewhat quick because at the end of the day, it's not that big a deal. But it was very surreal to have it experience.
Mm-hmm.
So, a few weeks ago, I was having weird phone problems. Now, everyone goes through weird phone problems. There's nothing special. But the reason why I'm breaking up this particular one was that this wasn't just any normal phone problem. So, Jack, imagine, if you will, one day you are doing your regular duties for the day. Everyone imagine this. Everyone. And as you're doing your regular days, a notification pops up on your phone as you're using it,
Mm-hmm.
and it says that Samsung ISG has stopped working. And you think to yourself, what is this thing? Oh, not Samsung, LG, whatever. It's a pop-up that says some piece of code is not working, or program, whatever. I think it's more of a program than a code, but a program nonetheless. And you never seen it, so initially you just pick ignore because maybe it's not a big deal. You move on. As you're using a phone, the same window pops up again. Sends the exact same message. This time you go look into it, to the settings, and you decide to force stop. So maybe that might do the trick. It pops up again, and again, and again. And this is constantly doing this for the next 3 or 4 days.
Oh, damn.
Now, again, it's more of a nuisance than anything. So then you start looking up, okay, what's going on here? Why is this thing keeps popping up? You type it in, you search it up, and your initial search proves fruitless. So, like anything, you decide to look to social media and see if anyone's having the same problems. And that's where you find how the story runs deeper. Because this issue was only happening not to just Android users in general. No. This was only happening to anyone who had an LG phone. So if you did not own an LG phone, it was your phone was acting normal for that day. But if you had an LG phone like myself, that window was popping up every 3 seconds. And you look it up to see what can stop it. And you look up to see if even the phone carrier and and LG themselves are on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the first day, it did not look good because it was just barely starting and there's no info how to solve it. So I was like, all right. At this point, there's nothing I could do. I try to search up some more, seeing if this stuff happened in the past, or even try to figure out what this thing even is. The best I got out of it was my limited knowledge of mobile technology, specifically smartphone, specifically smartphone, was that the thing that was not working repeatedly, shutting down on the phone from LG, was literally a function that makes it a phone. And when I say that, I mean this. So as that thing was going on, it was actually making it difficult to receive calls, make calls, and receive and make messages. Heck, you couldn't even look at your contacts list because those applications kept shutting down. And that's all because this window that keeps popping up that this line of code or this program is not working was actually an integral part of the actual phone service. So for a few days, I could not properly send messages nor make phone calls.
Yeah, so it wasn't much of a phone, but more just like a
nice,
very miniature computer tablet.
Exactly. So the thing that makes what makes the phone smart in a smartphone just became a smart.
Just a smart, not a phone.
Eventually, a few days later, a day or two later, I saw that there were some solutions, and guess what you had to do? The solution that, oh no, because I did that. I did the obvious things. Turn it off and on, restart, all of that. No, I even did a full factory reset.
Ooh.
Yeah, that didn't solve anything. And what you had to do was you had to go to your settings, go to your applications, go to advanced settings, and go to this very specific program and literally repeatedly clear cache, clear data, force stop, and do that 5 to 8 times for it to stop.
5 to 8 times.
Yes.
Why?
Apparently that somehow stopped that little message from popping up.
Why? That makes no sense.
That was and I thought it was maybe like some bozos on Quora or just some like blog post saying that. But no, eventually LG was recommending users to do that. That was their solution.
Why? That's such a weird fix. So you're dumping the memory.
You're clearing the
You're doing
cache.
memory dump.
Yeah, you're consistently have to do memory dumps like for a few more times for the thing to go away.
What?
That's why.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. How does a memory dump fix that? Okay, I can understand how memory dump fixes it, but why does it not work in this? It's a register key. It's a registry.
Maybe, like I said, don't know all the details of why it did, but then I saw some other particular information of why this may be happening. Because guess what?
What?
So on my hands right now, I'm holding. You can't see it, but you can imagine it. I'm holding my LG smartphone, and apparently, this is gonna be probably one of the last LG smartphones to be created because LG is leaving the smartphone business.
Oof.
And which tells me that whatever that mistake was probably has something to do with LG preparing to not close its services for existing phone users, but definitely at the part where like, all right, we're no longer in the business. We'll keep this thing up and running for our existing customers, maybe provide some updates here and there, but it's just gonna be left all to its own.
You're just gonna have to switch over to Galaxy.
Or some other Android based phone. So yeah, so I'm like, so I'm thinking to myself, oh wow, so my phone literally in a few good years, I would have no choice but to actually update my phone if I actually want to use it not as a little tiny computer, but as an actual phone.
I mean, you could try to mod your phone to make it act like a computer, and then
yeah, but no, I don't. But I am not dedicated enough to even try to do that.
yeah,
I don't have the look. Hey, look, I barely have the effort to collect comics. What makes you think and edit videos? What makes you think I'm gonna put in the effort in to modify my phone?
Easy. Just grow a thicker beard. That's step one. Get some very thick rimmed glasses. That's step two. And have a sticker logo of Linux on your computer, and there you go. You can hack anything now.
And can I be Pakistani?
No, that one takes a while. No one can be that good. Only Pakistanis can be that good, but no one else can be that good.
That's correct. You ever seen a Mexican in one of those computer repair shops? That's what I thought.
You ever seen a professor that wasn't freaking, what was it, South Asians? I think not.
Oh, the point is everyone has their expertise. We're good at gardening and making your houses, and they're good at fixing your computers and PlayStation 4s.
And my God, they're the ones that saved my life with all these exams.
Oh man! So now it's gone. Now it's done. I have not seen that problem anymore. But man, those were a stressful few days. And the worst part, when after I factory reset my phone, and I was smart enough to write down all my contacts. I never ever in my life ever experienced having to just put in back all my contacts and phone numbers. That has never been a trial up until that point, because guess what? In the contacts application, it kept crashing as I was putting people's names and phone numbers in place.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh my gosh. And also, hello Saxo. Comments. Me, if I ever had to have a hacker character, instead of looking like some hipster a-hole with tattoos and piercings, I just make him a normal looking guy. Yeah, that's more realistic. That's more realistic. He goes, I mean, come on, why advertise you're some outlaw by looking like a damn outlaw, right? That's true. That's true. And Chris says, you guys also had the superior. Oh, that's right. Uh,
Wait, what?
So Chris here. Let me actually give context to what Christopher Ryan's saying in the chat when he says you guys had the superior Gwen Stacy. So this is a thing I recently learned too. So I'm not gonna pretend that I had this information all along. So did you know, Jack, that that there's that Spider-Man has his own line of comics in Spanish that has their own adventures unrelated to the official comics? And
I
they're
did not know that, but that would make a lot of sense.
yeah, and they're still Marvel comics. Like they're not unlicensed comics. They're still part of that Marvel brand. Now, the thing is though, there's one thing those comics didn't do that the original comics did. And you know what? And that is they didn't kill Gwen Stacy.
Really?
Yes. So Gwen Stacy stuck around much longer in the Spanish version of Spider-Man, Hombre de Araña. And because there was probably not that much Marvel overlooking those offices wherever those comics are printed, or in Mexico or some other Spanish-speaking country, let's just say the artists had a lot of liberties of how they wanted to make Gwen look. And I would just say this: Gwen went from looking like a typical American girl to the most blonde Brazilian you've ever seen.
I'm gonna look it up.
And look,
You had me at blonde Brazilian.
and you'll see why.
Let me see. How would I say it? Mexican Wednesday?
uh,
My God.
I don't think Mexican Gwen Stacy. I guess put Spanish Gwen Stacy
She do be thick.
or Hombre de Araña Gwen Stacy. One of those.
She do be thick.
Yes. Yes. So, like I said, they took some liberties with her initial design. Gave her a big old dump truck. So yeah, that is what Chris Ryan is referring to, when he says we have the superior Gwen Stacy. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that they didn't do that treatment for any other characters in Spider-Man's world. But hey, it's a thing. Chris is Jack is broken in half. He can't handle Gwen's thickness.
No, I could not.
Oh dear Lord. There you go. So yeah, that was like I said, the phone story. That's a long time ago. It's done and over with. I'll probably have to literally change brands in probably a year or so. I started more issues, but yeah, I wanted to share that now that it's finally over with. Good Lord. Hey, Ghetto says we should have let them continue making more comics of the characters. El Gran Dracero Universal. Universal. I mean, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Oh, that reminds me. So, I know Ghetto remember this, but not everyone else, because Ghetto is just how he is. But I have to make a statement regarding a Spanish Superman comic that my mom gave me when she was in Honduras.
Okay.
And that statement is, I initially thought that it was actually like a comic that was made in like for the looks of it, published in Mexico. It was like the Adventures of Spanish Superman, where he's still called Clark Kent, but everything else is just different. Like, for example, do you know what Smallville is called in Spanish?
El Pueblito?
Nope. It's translated. They translate it as Villa de Chico.
Nah, Pueblito should have been better.
Hey, it's comics from the 50s, man.
Also, how the hell is Clark Kent still a name? And is it okay when you say Spanish Superman, he landed in Mexico?
Well, that's why I make a correction. That's what I assume it was. That this was just um a Spanish interpretation or just the Spanish version of Superman. But unfortunately, it's not as cool as I thought it was because I found some new information, and it turns out what it is that it's literally just a Spanish translation of an old Superboy comic.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, unfortunately, yeah, I legitimately thought that DC had their own brand of a Spanish Superman who lived in Villa de Chico and all of that, but no, it's just a simple translation of a old Superboy comic. Yeah,
That makes me sad.
makes me sad. I would like to see the adventures of Spanish Superman. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what his name would have been?
His first thing would still be Clark, and I'll tell you this now because I'll tell you this. You know why? His last name would be different, but his first name would be Clark because unless you want to make him Mexican, if he's gonna be from South America, dude, South Americans, they will have the most English first names you ever heard, but have very Hispanic last names.
I don't know. Mexico. Well, if it was South America, sure, but Mexico,
Like
North America. If it was in Mexico, I have the perfect name.
what would Spanish Superman be called? What was his secret identity name be?
It's nothing funny, but it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Ramos.
Jose Ramos.
Jose Ramos.
Mm.
It sounds mundane enough.
How about Jose Luis Ramos?
Or how about how about dang.
No, Jose Ramos is good. There's no reason to change it.
Rodolfo Ramirez.
I like the alliteration.
Because Clark Kent, Rodolfo Ramirez.
Now, can we make it a C though, or K name?
Oh, you want to do a C name?
Yeah.
Claudio Castillo.
Claudio Castillo. Castillo I like. Claudio? I don't know.
Let's see. How about
Saxo says Jose Rodriguez.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but it's a little bit too on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's another C name? What about just Carlos Castillo?
Perfect. Yes. Print it. It's Mexican Superman. Carlos Garcia. We'll get Grant Morrison on it. He can make something out of Roberto Dominguez. Dominguez?
Roberto Dominguez.
No, Dominguez.
Dominguez.
Yeah, we're putting too many eyes in there.
Oh yeah. Robert Sundays. No, that's his villain. Roberto Dominguez.
No, it'll be Roberto Domingo.
Oh yeah.
But his villain has to have an LL name. It has to be.
LL name?
Yes. Luis
Lomas.
Lomas? Not evil enough.
Luis Lavalle. I don't know.
You want to call him of the street?
Luis La Verga.
La Verga? Super hombre.
You know what that translates to?
I don't remember what.
Luis the Dick.
That
Luis La Verga.
That might work. That might work. I was actually thinking maybe call him Alejandro, because then we could still call him Lex. like that might be his pet, is like his nickname. Like his name is Alejandro, but because he's very worldly, people want to call. They should say, "Oh, it's a por favor, dígame Lex," or something like that. Just to keep it consistent. Oh, let me use some of the chat here, real quick. Let's see.
Luis Lopez.
Done. Print it. Go. It's Carlos
Castillo,
and Luis Lopez. There we go. So Carlos works at a metropolitan newspaper called what?
La
Estrella del Expreso?
No. You know what? Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Estrella del Expreso or the Star Express. It's very Daily Planet type of feel to it. All right. Now what is the lowest lane name is gonna be? Here's another trick. It still has to be LL. You might see that's kind of weird, but it's very important if we're gonna do Superman. That's just one of the things you have to do.
Let's see.
Lucia. First name Lucia.
So we have Luis Lopez.
Hmm.
Can't have it sound like two the same.
That's true.
Let's see. Bonus points for whoever in the chat can get something.
Is Largo a name?
Huh?
Largo, is that a name?
Largo?
Yeah.
No, that's not a name.
Yeah, that's figured. Well, actually, how about this? For Lex Luthor? We just call him Alejandro, but they just call him Lex just because. And Luis can be Lois's name.
Yes, Luis.
Or dang it, no, that doesn't work. Oh man, freaking.
I'm looking up.
All I can think is Lucia. Lupe.
Lola.
Oh no, I like Lupe better.
Oh yeah, because I forgot you named your dog Lola, so that's probably gonna be a bias for you.
And Lola sounds too. I don't know how to put this. It sounds too. I don't know. I just never liked the name. Lupe. I like Lupe better.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess.
Johnny Cage says Largo just means wide. Is Lois wide? Only in the parts that matter. And also, hey Gemini, he says, "Earn a like to stream, friends. Thank you, and glad you're feeling better, Hack. Thank you. I appreciate it very much." Oh man, and Ghetto, he does say that that there is a adaptation called Justly Gods and Monsters where Superman did land in Mexico. So a Mexican Superman does officially exist. I don't like him only because the sole reason is that in his origin story, I kid you not, I kid you not, his origin story starts off with the most scientific way to do a cuckold.
Scientific way to cuckold?
Yes, and
how?
So it's because instead of doing a natural birth, they started to do like kind of what some Superman origins do, where he is created inside something called the gestational matrix. So instead of Kal-El's mom actually giving natural birth, he's created inside a little tube, a little machine. And
the little test tube baby.
Essentially,
little test tube baby, you are.
Now the whole thing was is that the Kryptonians, all they had to do is just add a little bit of their DNA from both parents to create the offspring. And in that moment, right as Jor-El was about to put his DNA with Lon-El's, Zod busts in, takes him out, and he inserts his own DNA into the chamber.
It's the equivalent. I'm just thinking this in the sense of like fish in the ocean. The female fish puts her eggs out in the middle of the nest. Then the one of the mates is trying to put their sperm on the egg to fertilize the eggs. Another fish comes out of nowhere, bashes it away, and then crop dusts the eggs with his sperm. That's how I think about it.
Yeah, and it's now they don't do sperm. It's not like put his dick in there.
It's not like Zod comes out kicking the door in with his dick in hand, like whacking it.
Actually, he does kick the door down and has like Jor-El at gunpoint, but they made it so that he just has to put his blood inside the machine.
Okay, he didn't have to pull down his own pants and do that.
No.
Okay.
And Gale was right. It's the most sci-fi. And because of that, that's why I'm like, okay, you didn't have to do that. That's just because then it's not even not even looking at Superman. That's literally just Zod's son, and he lands in literally, in a border town, like in a border town in Texas, and he's raised by illegal immigrants. So
I like the fact that none of the others were like, "Oh no, he did this. Well, let's just start a new test tube, baby." No, they're like, "Damn it, Zod, you did it again."
no,
All right, guess it's too late.
Well, they couldn't do it again because guess what? Krypton exploded.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess.
Can't really do it again if you're dead. And so is all your people and your planet. Johnny K says they should have committed to the bit and has Zod shoot his goo in the tube.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Johnny. We think alike. He should have just shot his goo at the tube.
Oh,
Okay, no, that's just,
if it was
sounds weird.
Oh,
don't we all?
That's Jack's quote for the year. Shoot his goo in the tube. Jack 2022.
Shoot. Jack 2022. Shoot his goo down the tube.
And Ghetto, yes, I'm aware of Chris Kent, but his circumstances are much different. All right, I am aware of Christopher Kent, but his circumstances are much different. But in this case, for what was it? What was that? Oh, what's that story called again? The Gods and Monsters version of Superman. I just don't like it. Granted, I didn't like that series in general because they made because here's the thing. I forget what Wonder Woman was, but he definitely made Batman some sort of Morbius character. Oh my god, Ghetto. He does it. Oh my god, direct eye contact with actually he does. So yeah, he does. And tells Jor-El, he goes now my offspring will continue the lineage of Krypton or something like that.
I'm still going with my own headcanon of him just jerking in his tube. So...
No, better. Instead of jerking it, it's what it is. Jor-El, just for his own pleasure. It's essentially a little device that he can insert that will give him pleasure, so he can excrement into the tube. So imagine Zod. He's just literally banging the tube while making like a strong direct eye contact to Jor-El.
The most mean face. Just mean faces Jor-El.
Oh, Chris cut tonight. God damn. It says Wonder Woman was Becca of the New Gods and Batman was Man-Bat. Oh, that's right.
I needed that. I needed that.
Johnny Casey, that's the Japanese version. That's the version people don't want you to talk about. Oh man. But yeah, that was a crazy interpretation.
Man, if I could draw
the Trinity.
If only I could draw. If only.
Oh god.
I would have too much power.
You know what? You'll have a very big Twitter audience. I'll tell you that for free.
I would have too much power. You would not be able to contain me.
Ghetto,
I would have the ability to draw hands.
Oh god, Ghetto says, Yamate! Kudasai! Zatsama!
Yamate kudasai zatsama.
Johnny Cage just don't get me bad ideas, Jack. Nah.
Do it.
Nah.
Do it.
Johnny can't do it.
Oh.
Because there's no lady he can draw. Because remember, it's all to a tube. It's all to a tube. Now, I would give him credit if maybe he can make a very appealing tube. I don't know how. Work with that, Johnny. Make a aesthetically pleasing tube that you want to put your dick in. That's
Oh,
your
that's easy.
that's your artist challenge for the day.
I mean, you're just asking him to draw a flashlight. That's it.
No, but it has to look like it has to be erotic and look like it's from Krypton. That's the theme.
I guess give it an hourglass shape.
Ooh, yes. Oh, yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
them
baby.
curves.
Yeah, baby.
Show off them curves.
Oh, it's stupid.
I wish
This is
just have someone catcalling it in the background saying something like,
oh my
"Man,
goodness.
I wish I was the one that made you, so I could blow you as I'm a glass blower."
Oh my god.
Oh no, Johnny, he's changing careers now.
Oh no. Oh, he's finally gonna live his dream as a professional King of Fighters player. He's moving to Japan the next morning. Chris says it's a big see-through hollow crystal. Well, yeah, you gotta see the inside. Ghetto says Snyder did it with the phalluses and vaginas everywhere on Krypton, so it's not that is true. Okay, Jack, do you remember anything from Man of Steel?
I just remember everything being destroyed.
Okay,
I
so
don't remember that scene.
well, what he's talking about is that in the drawn out like prologue of showing Krypton, I kid you not, like Zod and his insurgents, they were put into these, I kid you not, these penis looking transport ships that covers the entire body and were literally launched into orbit. And like they are like really the most phallic looking thing in the movie. And I'm like, you couldn't put them in a ship or literally if you want to be very comic booky and accurate, just put them in the Phantom Zone. Whatever. No, we can't hit the Phantom Zone, I guess.
No, you know why? You have to show that
It's
God was being a dick, and that's what he is right now.
it's all symbolic. It's all symbolic.
It's all symbolic. It's so deep. It's only like an inch deep. Shallow.
Hey, look! It's not about the length.
It's how you use it. The motion of the ocean.
All right, and besides, 6 inches isn't. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh!
2 inches is enough, guys. 2 inches is enough. There you go.
I didn't even say 2. I said 6.
Exactly. That's I think the average size. No, or was it 5?
Chris says kids don't know what protectors are. They like James Cameron's Avatar. Oh yeah. Actually, I remember seeing the video. I think it was it was one of those big movie YouTubers. I think maybe I Hate Everything or something. Don't quote me on who it was, but it was actually an argument of how exactly the Na'vi copulate, and in the movie they if you're not paying attention, it can make it seem that the Na'vi have sex with their hair, but that's necessarily not the case. They have normal procreation. It's just that when they connect the hair thingies, it just gives them a deeper bond because you're literally connecting minds. So it's because if you apply that if you apply that logic, thank you, Ghetto. It's a 5. 6, 7 are considered above average, but sometimes that might be too much. That might be too much. You gotta really massage it before you get in.
Oh my god! No, don't be.
You gotta what's a good euphemism? You gotta heat up the oven before you insert your turkey.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you gotta heat up the oven before you insert your turkey.
I understood what you said. I'm just reading what Johnny Cage says. So them bald dudes are screwed. Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
I see.
The Navi. The Navi.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All of them have hair. So wait, so do they ever lose hair? And if they lose hair, do they lose their connection to their world? How does that work?
I doubt they lose hair. I think it's
Oh.
yeah, it's not really hair. I mean,
They don't. No.
Okay, so it's hair, but it has tendrils, so that means it's like not really hair. Like if they went bald, literally what would happen is it would be kind of like how a tail looks like for a dog.
Ah, I see.
I feel like that's how it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a bunch. It's gonna be one weird looking tendril with a lot of hair spots.
Hmm.
Oh my god. Oh,
We just made a very disturbing canon.
oh, good lord. Who knows? Maybe like explore it in Avatar too.
Maybe
You don't know. You don't know.
to
Oh.
properly connect with the ocean, you have to shave your head, so it's gonna have that weird little look.
Exactly, which is why everyone here is screwed. Cause I know and assume everyone here has hair. So, well, actually, hold on. Jack might be able to get away with it because he can go bald if he wants to.
I definitely do buzz cuts a lot because, well, one, they're easy to do. They don't take too much time, and two,
Yeah, he doesn't want to work on it like I have.
yeah, I just can't I can't picture myself with long hair. That's the thing.
Hey, you gotta do it to see it to believe it. But you have to but you gotta get past the fact that that your head's gonna feel heavier and you're gonna feel like this little thing in the back of my neck.
You see, the thing is that just like that little bit of hair that grows on the side, a little bit too much messes with my ears and it bothers me. So I
Yeah.
can't imagine.
Oh my. Yeah. Oh, you're like Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Remember that scene, that barber scene where he sees Dale out in his moor and he's about to chase after, but his barber's like, "Hey, you can't go out like that." And Hank looks in the mirror, and from the audience perspective, his hair looks like exactly the same. But when he sees him, he's like, "Oh, I can't go out looking like this." So he puts the hair
back down.
Oh my gosh. Johnny K says, "See, this is why we shouldn't think too hard about alien sex."
No, this is exactly why we need to think hard on alien sex.
If you're autistic. Not that I want to know anything about it.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
Nothing. What talking about, Willis?
Wait, you calling me autistic?
No, just
For
autistic.
thinking too hard on alien sex?
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Damn. Damn.
Hey, technically, all of us are think too much about things that don't matter. So all of us might have some to a certain degree. As that phrase says, we're on the spectrum.
I can't believe it. That was pure
Emotional damage.
that was emotional. That my god, damn. I got roasted. I didn't even that wasn't even planned.
Hey, just be thankful that you weren't dumb enough to take an autistic test live on stream and got some very disturbing results.
Wait, you did?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just glad. Just be glad that you didn't do that.
All right, I'm doing it.
Autism test live. Find out.
10 minutes later, it turns out I'm a psychopath. Oh no.
No.
Emotion for that.
No, it'd be like this. Turns out I am a 10% chance of being OCD. Only 10%.
Only 10%. Like a part of your one of your arms is OCD, the other one isn't.
Johnny K says this episode be getting weird. Actually, yeah. I mean, look at the title. You didn't think it was gonna be weird based on the title? Which I told Jack this, and I'll tell you guys, that title was on the back of my head for over a week, and I was gonna use it, even if it didn't make a lick of sense.
Perfect.
Gatto says having dreads means I gotta be careful how I lay down, or I get imprints over my arms and back. Oh, you know what you gotta do, Ghetto? Because recently I rewatched Friday just because I wanted to, and I actually didn't notice that Craig's sister. I didn't realize that she literally slept just so that she keep her perm hair nice and even. I didn't realize she literally slept with her hand on her cheek while she's laying on the bed. So, Jack, imagine in order for you to keep your hair in nice, perfect position, so when you wake up in the morning, it's all ready and done. You literally lay in your bed with your fist to your cheek and your elbow on the bed, and that's how you lay.
Upright with the elbow.
Where you're laying down, so your body is laying on its side with the elbow
Oh,
angled, so that
that's uncomfortable.
yeah. When I rewatched that movie, I realized that was what she was doing, just because she didn't want to mess up her hair. Oh no, Ghetto says I used to have to do that when I was just starting to grow my hair out. Oh no, it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
You used to do that when you were growing your hair out?
No, I just lay down. That's what my. Because look, I don't have because I'm not trying to make my hair. I'm not trying to get a perm. I'm definitely not getting dreads, so I don't have to have my hair in a very specific way. I just make sure that it's clean, brushed, combed, and has shampoo. That's it.
Your occasional Fabio pick. Remember when he was a thing?
Before the roller coaster accident.
Yeah.
That duck never seen it coming. That's still crazy though, because guess what? You know the story. You know that story, right?
I don't really remember too much about it.
So what had happened was that in Florida, specifically Orlando, I believe, or at least one of the nearby cities in Florida. There was like a new theme park open up called Busch Gardens. I actually been there once. It's a little neat. It's honestly it's very weird because I thought it was like an animal theme type of theme park similar to Animal Kingdom, like in Disney World. But there wasn't a lot of emphasis on animals, so I couldn't really pinpoint what his theme was. But I digress. Well, in that Busch Gardens, in its opening day of a brand new roller coaster, Fabio himself was literally there to commemorate the opening, and he got on the their most famous roller coaster. I think it was called like the Cheetah or something, which at the time was considered one of the fastest roller coasters in the world. And being on it, yeah, it's pretty fast. So after the ride, so I think either at the end, near the end, or during the ride, as it was happening, a literal duck was flying by and crashed into Fabio while he was in the roller coaster.
Oh,
like
wow.
hit him deck in the face, and then when he came back, it literally broke his nose. The duck literally broke his nose. Mostly because of all those G forces that the roller coaster was pushing, and the duck coming in just splat. It was a mess, and Fabio had to be taken to an emergency center for that broken nose.
Damn.
I think he ultimately had to get surgery. And
I mean, I would think so.
Yeah. So and I'm sure Fabio today probably doesn't go on roller coasters anymore. But yeah, I got on that roller coaster. No duck hit me, thankfully. But it was God dang it, Johnny. You couldn't hold it. Johnny, you could not tell it to Jack, can you play for me? Can you play the boo sound? For me.
No.
Oh. Well, can you play a sound of disappointment?
Let's see. Fine. I can give you. I'm stuck between two things.
Just pick one.
Okay, how about this one?
I'll accept it.
There's also this one for me. This is me. Nice. I'm keeping that one.
God. Oh man. Gal says, "Imagine the odds of that happening." Yeah, and on like the day they're supposed to celebrate the opening of the roller coaster. Oh, hey, but it's still there. You can still ride it. It's actually pretty fine. I actually went to see a Cirque du Soleil show, Busch Gardens, and they're still as weird as ever.
Now it's saved. It's saved to a button for me.
Never have I seen so many women be in very interesting positions yet not be very tantalizing.
Wait, where?
Sorry, I was thinking about Cirque du Soleil.
Oh, well, it's more amazing than tantalizing.
But can we not have both?
I don't know. I think at a certain point, amazing would override your, I guess, lust in this situation.
The performance was so amazing, it made me not horny.
There have been moments where you just go, "That's just impressive."
It's like I have my dick out and everything. I'm about to put it back up because I was just infatuated with the performance. This definitely was the best rendition of Romeo and Juliet.
It sounds like someone was like getting ready to watch porn. Then they actually started to watch porn for the plot. Like, oh my god!
But it turns out
what
to
is
be
Julia gonna do with Joe now?
But it turns into like. But it turns out it's not really a porn. It is a porno, but it's actually like a high like sincere film and trying to have a story and plot. And these actors are actually actors and not just people there just to have sex. Oh my god. Johnny K says they contort in too many directions at the same time. Might snap your dick in half. Only if you can't keep up, which is most people.
It reminds me of that one video. It's a video of a girl that's like easily like making a little knot with her earbud wires.
What?
And then it cuts quickly to a guy and it says 911, what's your emergency? And he starts running away. He's like, she turned my dick into a knot.
Oh god. I thought testicular torsion was bad. Speaking of horrible ways to penetrate yourself. You ever heard of a movie called Teeth?
Teeth? As in like the thing for your teeth?
Yes,
mouth?
as in dientes, sí.
Okay. No, I have not heard of Teeth.
Let me tell you what's hell, good sir.
All right, tell me.
All right. So, have you ever wanted to make love to a lady, and then as soon as you put it in, a bunch of blood comes out? The thing is, it's not her blood.
No, because I always look down. I see where this is going, and I do not like the direction this is going.
Well, I have the movie just for you. It's actually it's a real horror. You can look it up. Real horror movie. It's called Teeth. I remember learning about this in high school. I think Ghetto probably wouldn't know what it is. It's a horror film. And I think
guys, always get
just
JAC tip here. This is a JAC tip.
It's a JAC tip for your tip.
Look down at your tip and make sure that there's no teeth there. That's it.
Ghetto says
there's a lot of great quotes that are going to be in this stream.
Ghetto says hate when that happens. Johnny Cage, and we were just winding down when finally Hack hits us with speaking of horrible ways to penetrate. And yeah, I know you watched it. I know you watched it. I am very curious to watch it, but I'm not. My curiosity only goes so far. I don't know how visceral it is, and even then, I don't want. It's one of those things where like the movie's too like. Oh, you're like I want to see it to see what happens, but I don't want to make a decision I regret. But apparently, it's about a movie where a young woman has this like family curse, where she has teeth in her and because of that, a lot of potential guys that she's interested in, let's just say, become more than eunuchs.
By this point, the guy, if they really want to like, if her and the guy want to have a baby, he might just like have to shoot it into a tube and then put it in her like a turkey baster.
Pretty much. Johnny Cage says, "I'm not curious at all. I'm good for real, 100%." Ghetto says, "It's not very visceral. It's more of a Yeah, that's what I remember. I think it was more comedic, as funny as a man getting his dick chopped up inside a pussy is. Comedic. Do you find the humor in that, Jack?
I do not.
Must be too highbrow for us."
Too much of a highbrow joke.
It's a highbrow comedy. That's what it is. Ghetto says, "But I also think of Itchy the Killer as a comedy, so take that as." Oh, speaking of killer movies, so I actually saw a video this past weekend. Jack, you know those iceberg videos?
Oh yeah.
So I seen a few of them. A lot of them were fine. It's just that most of the things that I'm interested in, I already know a whole bunch of trivia about. But then I saw one where some dude made a iceberg video of literally about like essentially the really like films that, how I put this, that you hope is fake. I'll put it that way.
The ones that start with an S. Films.
Yeah.
Can we not say the word?
I think we can say snuff.
Then yeah, the snuff film.
Yeah. So now, not all of it was that category, but it was supposed to be like an iceberg of very terrible movies. And at the very top were like your literal mainstream horror movies, your Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. And I kept watching, but I had to stop at a certain point. Yeah, there we go, guys. The Disturbing Movies iceberg. At a certain point, I was just going down. I had to put a stop because I was like, you know what? I don't want to hear something under regret, even when the guy is doing his best to describe things without going to detail because he still wants to be monetized. So it's like, I'm hearing about all these movies. I'm going, why am I watching this? I'm never going to see these movies, but I'm so curious as to at least knowing that they exist.
It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion.
Except that train wreck might actually be right in front of you.
Yeah.
and it may or may not vomit on you while pissing on you.
Okay.
And then they make a sequel to that.
Oh no, not the sequel.
2 sequels, in fact.
Oh no, it's a trilogy.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's actually a trilogy of vomit fetish movies.
I can believe that. I mean,
God.
fetishes are they're a thing.
And I like how there's some movies he describes as, as terrible as the things the characters went through, it has a good message. I'm like, really? I'm glad you see it that way, Mr. YouTuber. But I still about to stop because I found my limit, and I'm like, all right, I know where my limit is, and I'm gonna stop right there. And I didn't go forward because I didn't want to know.
No, Hack. Remember, if you want to grow strong, you have to break the limit. Break your limiter.
No, I'm gonna keep my limiters on. Thank you. I'm content with my strength.
He's gotta keep them limiters on, if not he dies.
Or worse. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Wendigoon. You know what? I don't want to know. Don't even start. Again, I know you're typing. Don't. Just stop. You're like Michael Jordan. Just stop. Get some help. Stop it. The Michael Jordan.
No. I mean, who you referring to?
Ghetto.
Chris. Ghetto.
Because he's okay. So I'll grab the other chats real quick. But Jack, you know how you haven't seen most popular movies mostly because you didn't watch them, right?
Yeah.
Right. Ghetto hasn't seen most popular movies, but will go out of his way to watch the most obscure and nastiest thing you've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
But then when you realize, hey, Ghetto, you seen Back to the Future? He goes, no, I haven't seen that. I'm like, you would have watched Romeo and Juliet, but you wouldn't watch Back to the Future? Okay. Okay. It's a good thing I can beat you in fighting games. Let's say that.
Priorities are set in a direction.
Oh, he's on the comment right now. I can feel it. Let's see. Ghetto says, regards to the video I was referring to, with the iceberg thing, he says, I hate to admit I watched a good chunk of the movies on that list.
Oh no.
Ghetto,
You're just confirming what Hack said.
yeah. And I was referring to the Slaughter Vomit Doll trilogy. That's what it's called, Slaughter Vomit Doll.
That is an interesting name.
Yep, it is, and that's just what the first movie's called.
Oh,
Chris.
Oh God.
Chris says, I remember watching that one and getting annoyed he was skipping talks of the more obscure titles to explain the mainline ones. Oh, that was your only problem with the video, Chris? That he kept that he wasn't going into detail about some of the more obscure movies? Maybe you should watch it on your own. Have your roommate watch it with you. Bring the whole family. I'm sure they'll get a kick.
Oh no. Yeah, bring the whole family for family night TV.
What are we watching? Serbian film. Yay!
Yay.
Chris, let's see. Johnny K says furries almost look fine by comparison. Keyword almost.
Well, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to furries, you may say all the shit you want to them. Just don't say it in front of them. Because those goddamn fursuits, they cost a fortune. You don't know who that furry is. He could be your next doctor. Or lawyer.
Or your dentist.
Or your dentist. And that's worse. Because then when you go inside, you need help. They're like, oh, you're that one guy. Screw you. It terrifies me.
That's why if you're going to be prejudiced against any group of people, make it Smash players.
Exactly. See, this is why I converted Hack to have on the top of his degeneracy list Smash players.
There you go. Smash is supposed to be a game for fun, not competition. If you're playing to compete, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
You are perverting the good name of Smash. Ghetto says, I have seen Back to the Future. He just hasn't seen the Indiana Jones films. The point still remains. Ghetto, the point still remains. Even you agree to that. Chris says, Ghetto says, that's before Spooky Rice. He breaks down every disturbing movie individually. Chris says, we're watching The Sadness tonight, gang. Oh no. Also, you can't consistently beat me in K with 15. I'm the real SA, baby. That was the last time. But I can improve, and I can consistently beat you and Virgo on KOF 15. In fact, who was the last one to beat Virgo before they had to leave to do other errands the last time we played that game? Oh, that's what I thought. What I thought.
Ooh.
And also, you couldn't even handle my Ash Crimson, so don't go talk to me with your $30 haircut.
I love this.
I really like an Ash Crimson. Because all he is just a very flamboyant guy. Even more so than Remy. Actually, no, it's Remy if Remy was actually like a good character.
You know what? Let me look at. Was he that bad?
Remy?
Yeah, was he that bad?
Yeah, yeah. He
I don't remember his move list.
He's just Guile.
I know, but I don't remember if there was like certain changes that made him more.
His sonic booms go low for some whatever reason.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yep, and
they were like low hits.
Yeah, and from when I remember watching a video when someone breaking down why he wasn't a top tier character. From what I understand, apparently he doesn't have a lot of combos that go into his super art moves, so his viability is not that great. You can't set up to any big combos, and there's a few super art moves where it literally would put you more of a disadvantage than an advantage when you start it. So yeah, that's why he's considered a very low tier character. Now he's workable, and he's definitely not the worst character in Third Strike, but he's one of those characters where there's literally better options. It's just a shame that he's supposed to be the Guile character, and he sucks.
I see.
Ghetto says, oh yeah, how you guys feel about Street Fighter 6? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good thing to talk about.
So, I actually before we go any further, I actually do want to put a disclaimer, and I'll put in this is that I will not be discussing about any leaks because I just find those leaks very fishy, and yes, everyone has made the joke about Ken. I am gonna hold my reservations
Yeah.
and see what it actually is that's going on with Ken. If it is what the leaks suggest, at the very least, it can make for an interesting story. Because let's face it, Ken's there's not much going with him. Let's be for real here.
I
He's
doubt it's really that. I thought it was just a joke.
yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I hope it is just a. It's probably is just a joke, but as well, I don't want to still, even if most of that was real or not. I don't want to. I don't want to receive false information and talk about things that ultimately will be either revealed or clarified in a few months. So that's really it. So I'm gonna talk about the actual stuff that was shown by Capcom. And for that, Johnny Case says that's not Kim, that's Terry from Earth 2. It's always so because assuming that's how he's gonna look, does that mean is that the Johnny? Is that the timeline in which Terry didn't defeat Krauser, and so he ends up becoming even more pathetic after he lost to Krauser in the anime? Yeah, you'll know what I'm talking about. But back to Street Fighter 6. So actually, Jack, actually a few days before I took my social media break, I actually did see you tweet out at least your initial thoughts on it because apparently your brother showed you the trailer, right?
Yeah.
And and I kid you not, we probably would have talked about it last week, or at least I would have talked on the chill stream about it when it was like, well, it's still fresh news, but when it was like happening. But because I got sick, I was like, dang it. And also, Smaxo, the game's not out yet. The game's not out yet. Don't boo things. Don't boo things till we know for sure. And I only say that because I'm just going through thinking through some things, but I'll get to that if ever. But stay focused. So I did see your tweet. Surprisingly, you're very positive about it.
Yep.
What is there any other? Did you see anything else aside from the initial trailer, and if so, do you have any other thoughts about the game?
So, I did see the initial trailer and the one trailer they put out about announcing that they're gonna have in-game commentary.
Mm-hmm. I did see that.
So here's the thing. First of all, I'm glad that they actually changed up Street Fighter logo from what they initially had. Remember, everyone.
Yep.
Remember how the old one looked like? It looked like something out of like a generic esports team.
It did.
Now, thankfully, they changed it. It looks much better. It's still simplistic. It's still minimal. So I'm assuming they want to keep the whole minimal aspect, which I'm okay with. But it looks better because they added in some more grit to it. When I say grit, I mean the all graffiti urban hip hop style.
And I do like how it's both a alphabetical like the regular 6 and the Roman numeral 6 together. I do like that.
Yeah, yeah. So, other than that, going more into the meat of it, so far, I'm liking the direction that it's going in. Everyone already knew how I felt about 5 and how I felt about 4. So 4, I liked it a lot. 5, it was a miss, mostly because of other reasons. But at the same time, I just didn't like the combat too well. Although this one does look interesting. I don't know how far you went into it, or if you even like checked their website, but their website did had a lot more information.
I actually have not went to the website personally, but I have watched other people who are more deep, who are more well versed in a lot of, or well, who are more well versed in fighting games and look at the website and pretty much giving their viewpoints on the stuff that was presented on the website, and a lot of them is very intriguing. But
Hmm.
continue on.
But yeah, I've been liking the direction it's going. I've always loved Third Strike, or at least Street Fighter 3's like style of urban hip hop. It was so good. I love the music on there. I hope to see some good soundtracks coming out for Street Fighter 5. I mean, 5, 6. I did hear a very very nice soundtrack whenever it came to the trailer. So if it keeps up like this, I might be having that on my Spotify.
And I will definitely say, compared to the Street Fighter V reveal trailer, it is immensely better
Yeah.
than the Street Fighter V trailer that looked rough. Like, there's some parts of the trailer that still look like they still gotta work the kinks out, but it is miles better than the reveal trailer for 5. Miles.
Hmm.
And actually for a few days I was actually trying to avoid the trailer until eventually I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it and I'll talk about it eventually. And
Hmm.
I watched it, and I and the and of course, he starts out, you see Luke, and I was like, oh yeah, Luke. He was reported he was gonna be the main focus for the next Street Fighter game. So I was like, all right, that makes sense. I definitely do like his design here than in 5. 5, he's just, 5, he's just. I think it's mostly just the hair. His hair looks so goofy, but here he looks much better. And I am actually liking the aesthetic, and I think someone not put it in the perfect way of what Street Fighter's new style reminds me of, and it's that essentially Street Fighter's visual look is essentially, hey, what if Street Fighter took more inspiration from Virtua Fighter, and that's what you get. So I'm like, okay, definitely digging this. I'm glad everyone doesn't have overly large hands and feet anymore. Like, I think
Yeah.
Rio's hands and feet are still big, but at least proportion to his freaking trucker body that he's got going on. The semi,
My God.
yeah.
Did you see the? Oh yeah. I don't know if you paused the video on whatever videos you were watching when you were watching the website one. Did you see what they weighed him at?
Oh, there's like 198 pounds or something like
Yeah,
that.
5'9", 189 pounds. But look at this man. He's wide. He is wide. He
Yeah.
is a big pickup truck. He's a
He
F
should he should
350.
he should at least be 210 at the minimum.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like a heavyweight.
This man's a big boy, and you're giving him a lightweight? Nah.
Well, not even, I was like a middleweight, but yeah, he that weight scale looks fishy. Then again, Street Fighter's weight and height thing were always funky to begin with. So, and they don't really matter. I still like
Well,
the
it's just
I
I
still
think
like
it's
the fact that Chun Li's weight in the website is still like secret. So I do like
with a little heart at the end.
yeah. So I do like the consistency that we'll never truly know how old or how much Chun Li weighs, because a girl's got to keep her secrets. All right.
Hmm.
And I actually do like her look in this game very much so. And I think it's a very elegant and older Chun-Li look that she has. And Ryu, he's just straight up turning into Gouken. You can tell.
Yeah.
He's on his journey to become Gouken. And
What do you think about the voice change?
for Chun-Li,
Yeah.
honestly, unless
It
people
sounds almost the same,
yeah,
kinda.
yeah, unless people told like because I don't know why it's such a big deal over it when it was on Twitter. I don't get it. Hearing her voice, if I wasn't paying attention, it sounds like Chun Li's voice for the past 2 games.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Hmm.
The thing is, it's fine. The voice is fine. It's perfect. I like it. I mean, I love I liked how the voice actor was for Avatar: The Last Airbender, but it's the reason why it's having an uproar in Twitter is because Twitter always likes to have emphasis on the races.
Oh, that's right. It was
Oddly enough, that the ironic thing, the one that says "Don't look at people's color and race," are the ones that looking people for their color and race. They're like,
yeah, because
"Hooray!
and
We
because
have an Asian voice actor for an Asian character."
how come they don't say that about Ryu when he's voiced by a when he's voiced by voice actor called Kyle?
Yeah. So the
Which is
thing is that that's pretty
which
much
which is which
the
is
craziness.
which is why, like, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, when all the Street Fighter Six news stuff was happening, Twitter pretty much made me go like, you know what, I'm gonna take a break because this is supposed to be cool things about Street Fighter Six, and I'm getting all this negative nonsense everywhere, and I don't want to deal with that, and it doesn't even matter. So all that stuff I'm aware about, but honestly, who cares? Is literally making a mountain of a molehill.
I literally think that the people would have not cared, or they would have been fine with the voice actor switching if no one said anything about race.
Yeah.
Like if there was literally no mention of race, everyone would have just said, "Oh, that's awesome," and went on with their day.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, so everyone's trying to find something stupid to complain about, like with the ES calling Cammy's outfit and the rap direction woke. What?
Wait, who the hell is saying the rap directions woke? My
Peep,
God, have they not seen Third Strike? Actually, that
or
reminds me, my
just
brother.
Street Fighter 3 in general.
Yeah, I mean three. Sorry, I always every time when I think of three, I just always go Third Strike.
Everyone
But
does.
anyways, I remember my brother was saying something about how some champions for like Street Fighter 4 and 5, or yeah, some of the champions for 4 and 5, they are not liking the direction of 6
Yeah, man,
because
and that's fine. And that's fine. Even Smaxo here, he's also not liking the visual direction. And to my point, I go, yeah, but at least, yeah, but it's change. And I'm also definitely and I also definitely liking that. To go back to about the game itself, is that I'm seeing a lot of things in which Capcom are actually taking risks and trying to be
yeah.
ambitious with this new Street Fighter.
Speaking of risk, let's talk about even though it's going to be a small portion because we have no idea about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that story mode.
So here's what we know for sure. So guess what, Jack? Street Fighter 3 is no longer the furthest in the timeline anymore. We're finally moving past it. Street Fighter
Wait,
6.
really?
Yes, the game director has confirmed that Street Fighter 6 takes place after Street Fighter 3.
I gotta tell this to my brother. Give me a sec.
So he tells us. So he tells that to his brother. So yeah. So we're finally gonna actually see some real progression of time in Street Fighter 6. It's not gonna be some weird in between stuff like 4 and 5 where no. We're finally moving past 3. It took freaking almost 30 years, but we're finally moving past it. And hello Virgo, Shoryuken. Ah, yes.
All right.
I do want to say that Shin Shoryuken. I actually do like the way they visualized it. No, I do find it funny how like so much electrical energy. You can see the skeleton of Chun Li, but I do like the detail in the animation, which I never really noticed was that for when after Ryu does the initial uppercut, he actually uses his knee to set up for the next Shoryuken. Oh, to set up for the Shoryuken. So I actually never noticed that he used his knee to do that.
Oh, speaking of that,
Unless he never did that, and that's something that they added it in for this version of the game for Street Fighter Six.
I love the face he makes whenever he does his Shin Shoryuken, especially this part. I'm gonna send you the picture on the sources, so you know which part.
Right. Oh, and also, yeah, Actually, I do want to say something because I haven't seen a lot of. I wish this character came back. Wishing this character came back. That's all fine. We definitely want some of our characters came back. But honestly, guys, I want some new blood. All right, I want some new blood. All right, I will. It will be neat. It will be neat to see some characters from the past 5 games come back in Alpha. That will be neat. But you know what? I actually want a Street Fighter 3, in that I want an almost entirely new cast. Almost,
Sean.
almost entirely. Now, it have to make logical sense that they have to put in some Street Fighter 3 characters, but this Kaka we're talking about, they make some of the strangest decisions. So I'm not gonna hold that. So I'm not gonna hope for that. And I was just kind of thinking about this because, especially with Street Fighter 6 and how really looking at the past 2 games, Street Fighter really has to essentially change, not in gameplay, but change a lot in how it presents itself in a lot of the ways to interact with the game. And it just came to my mind, is like, I really want Street Fighter to move past the initial World Warriors to Street Fighter 2, and not always trying to be so focused on bringing back characters from previous games. Because guess what? I like so because look at Street Fighter 4. Now that for that time, that was definitely fine because there wasn't a Street Fighter game for a long time. That they essentially brought back almost everyone from Street Fighter 2. Because Street Fighter 5, why am I paying $10 for Guile?
Hell yeah. I know. It makes no sense.
Yeah, so that's really what I want Street Fighter. If Street Fighter wants to consistently pursue and be new, then it has to be like Street Fighter 3 and add in a bunch of new characters that we can make new favorites of. I want to have brand new faces for the game that at the very least outweigh the old faces. Especially since that Capcom really wants to make they trying again, because obviously, as Faxon was referring to, yes, Alex was definitely seen as, Capcom was pushing Alex as the face of Street Fighter 3. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but it looks like Capcom are trying to do that again, and so I want there to be new faces, and I will say, at least the initial like action new character seen in the trailer, Jamie looks pretty cool, and I'm actually glad, and that's kind of fun, and I like the new spin on the drunken master type character. I like the kind of fresh new spin they're doing with that martial art archetype.
I want to see what that super is, because the way he holds his hand, he looks like he's gonna gouge out someone's windpipe.
Yeah, and I'm reading in Ghetto and Zack. So yeah. Obviously, there's some old character that we're big fans of. We're definitely gonna buy them. That's gonna be.
I would pay for Dudley.
Oh yeah, me. So would I. But at the same time, I'm gonna be like, okay, but this better not be what most of the. Because it's gonna have DLC, and that better not be what most of it is. Just buying old characters, unless they do something very drastic with them. So
hell, if they put El Fuerte, I would buy the game again. Just to...
yeah, like I said, I understand everyone feels. If they do bring back El Fuerte, they probably won't. But if they do, I am getting them. I am definitely getting them. But I definitely want to
refund the game and then buy it again.
Just for El Fuerte.
Just for El Fuerte.
Yeah. So don't think I don't understand where everyone's coming from. It's just one of those things where. Yeah, my mind is like, all right, you gotta learn the mistakes of the past. You want to avoid them, and trust me, Street Fighter 5 has been, everyone has talked it to death. We all know its mistakes, and so we're all cautiously hoping for Street Fighter 6, and I'm just very glad that what we see in Street Fighter 6, it not only is trying to number one, it's definitely trying to do something new visually, but gameplay wise, I'm also seeing some interesting stuff where if I had the V system, but I remember a more experienced fighting game player was talking about how one of the flaws of Street Fighter V's V system was that the V systems weren't consistent, and that if you were to tell a newcomer, if you were going to tell a newcomer what the V system does, you'll be talking about it. You'll be talking about the entire cast because everyone's character's V specific skill does something different. Some of them are just extra attacks, or some of them are buffs. Some of them are different type of gameplay changes, and and for anyone who tries wanting to play the game, that's very daunting. And as well, it just makes a lot more things to learn on top of the base gameplay. And so when I'm reading and hear from others is that it looks like this drive system that's what Street Fighter 6 is going to implement, which from the looks of it, the drive system is essentially, hey, let's try to combine a whole bunch of past mechanics into these more easily universal universal abilities that everyone has, like like parries, like focus attacks, and so forth, which I actually do like, and makes it so that you're not, and make it so that the only thing you really have to learn about your character is just their special moves and their certain attacks. You don't have to entirely learn how they interact with this brand new system. So that I am definitely see as a positive. One of the things I am intrigued about is the simple mode. You seen that? Have you seen that?
That I mean, it's perfectly. I think it's perfect because not because I think ooh yay simple controls. No. Well, yes that, but you have the option to use it. That's the key here.
Yep.
It's an option.
And as though, and it's also low, and it's also low. It's also it also makes sense because they're actually taking a little bit from Smash, where you have your three main attacks: light, medium, heavy, and you have your special attack. And to do different special attacks, you move a specific direction and press the special attack to do a different attack, similar to Smash Brothers, how they do their special attacks. So I do like how, at the very least, it's a simple control scheme that looks very feasible and can make actually the game more. It makes the game more open to people for newcomers wanting to play it, because that's definitely what I'm seeing here, where Capcom is definitely really wanting to push for more people to play Street Fighter 6, more new people, and so they implement a system that's a good starter for people who either just want to play it casually, or something for them to get their bearings, and then when they're ready, switch over to the traditional style. Now, I was actually kind of, before I actually like read and saw the actual information itself, I was under the impression that it was going to be simple, like they're actually going to simplify controls and you can't change them, which Capcom did do for one game, and that was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where, I kid you not, Jack, if you wanted to perform a Shoryuken type of attack on a character, you aside from Ryu, you didn't use the traditional motion for a Dragon Punch. You literally had to do double tap down, then attack.
Okay.
And you couldn't change it.
That's weird.
Yeah. So Capcom did try that, and well, it definitely wasn't carried over for any of their future games. I'll put it that way. So I am glad that they're giving the two control option, and from the look, and also from the looks of it,
they also added in an auto combo.
Yes, that one almost tripped me up for a bit, because it says there was a button called assist, and I was like, oh no, because
I was thinking to myself, is this gonna be like tag team where you just have Chun-Li coming out of nowhere with her spinning kick?
But no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Which, admittedly, that wouldn't be very Street Fighter. Admittedly,
yeah.
But no, it's to assist players in doing certain essentially bread and butter combos, which is fine. Which is fine.
Basically, just think of Dragon Ball Fighters. You know how you had the standard punch. If you kept pressing it, it will automatically do a basic combo. And then the heavier punch, you do that one, and it does a combo that ends with a finisher. That's the same thing here, but it has 3 layers.
Mm-hmm. And seeing the gameplay in motion. One thing I did notice too was that it also. I think the only people who really won't get into Street Fighter 6 are people who. The only thing I could see are people who still complain that Street Fighter feels too slow.
I don't know. This one seems a bit more fast.
I get less fast. I feel like the game. I feel like there's a lot more impact on the hits, but I meant like the actual flow of the gameplay. Honestly, I don't think there's any saving these type of people who want to play Street Fighter and like in Super Street Fighter 2 where you could turn the game speed to the maximum highest setting and that's how you want to play the game, where everyone is just like almost uncontrollable.
Going Mach 10.
Essentially, like there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, it's going at least 5 and 6. They were definitely much more faster than 4. I can tell you that for free. Speed Force Shoryuken. That's actually would be pretty cool. Imagine Ryu taught any of the flashes of the Shoryuken, then that like infinite punch. That would be even stronger. Oh, let's see. Spaxel said, "Oh, first, Ghetto says for real though. I hope you at least have a fire selection menu song just as good as Third Strikes." Hey,
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope so too. I really also hope so too. Hope a lot of their music is really good because I enjoy Five's music for the most part, and 6, I really would like to. I'll be looking forward to type of the tracks that they have in store.
I am liking the at least the like the very starting announcement when he said the word fight. That the way he said it, I don't know. I just loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like short, to the point, and strong.
Yes, that's what you need. Smack says, just hope it has a variable fighting system like Alpha 3 or something. That was a lost start. Playing Alpha 3. Honestly, dude, that system it had where the isms with the A-ism, V-ism, and X-ism, it's a neat idea, but it's certainly one of those things where not all the characters' isms were made equally. And as well, it just makes using certain characters a lot more stressful than they really need to be. I think it's interesting, but I think it adds a lot of unnecessary stress and just having to retain more knowledge because you wouldn't just be, oh, this is just regular Ryu, this is V-ism Ryu or A-ism Ryu or X-ism Ryu, and that's just so I prefer Street Fighter Alpha 2 over 3. Ghetto says, I know they consider the tag us for V for backing down, for 5 for backing down. I know that. Now, one of the things I do know, I there was definitely like the big thing was that the little hub world where you can actually explore Metro City. Now, my mind is thinking, it could be like in a very expansive single player mode, which if it is, that just tells me we're one step closer to having like a my dream game, of which is essentially an MMO, but you go out to meet other players in like this big world. You do side quests, you do a bunch of challenges, but you go out to random players out in this world, and you just ask them to fight, and it cuts to from a big kind of light RPG style game go into a fighting game. That's
that was the thing that I was having questions on. Is it gonna be like an OC, or are you gonna be playing as either Luke or Jamie going? Jamie or Jamie?
Jamie, because he's Chinese.
Jamie. Oh yeah, but yeah, if you're gonna be going around with them,
but there was I saw some closer shots. It looked like an OC, so it looks like you're gonna have your own customizable character
so you're gonna just have a hodgepodge of special moves, just like
that's what
I can add in.
Yeah, there's so little we know about what that mode is gonna be, so So to me, that's the big risky thing of where it's just either going to be something that's really going to make Street Fighter 6 more enjoyable, or something that's going to be really flawed because this is something that
Imagine that.
Street Fighter's never done before.
Imagine that doing the Shoryuken and then you go straight into Blanca's cannonball thing.
Oh. Now that would be interesting if they actually do something where you can create a fighter and use him.
Yeah. It'll be the Mii fighters all over again.
No, actually, it'll be more because another fighting game already did this. Granted, they did this over like 10 years ago. No, over 10 years ago, and that was Mortal Kombat. In Mortal Kombat Armageddon, there was a creative fighter you can do, and essentially, and what you can do is you can choose which normal attacks and which special attacks your character can do and customize them from the variety of clothing and head options and details of how you want your fighter to look. And all I can say about the way Mortal Kombat Armageddon implemented, pretty much you can make your creative fighter the most unbalanced character in the game. That's how broken it was.
I just want basketballs. I want to do a Hadouken input.
Yeah, they're all basketball. How about a rose? Or you want that a taunt? Well, that says a taunt.
That's a taunt. That has to be a taunt. You can't do that much damage with a rose. You can do chip damage, but you can't do anything else than that.
Ooh, I wonder if we're gonna do a chip damage. Can we? Are they gonna do the? I wonder if they're still gonna do the thing where characters don't where. There's no losing to chip damage, or I wonder if they're gonna revert back to how usually to the traditional way. I do wonder about that. It's a lot because there's still some little details we won't know until the many months to come, and it's cool to see that the game's coming out within a year or so. So I'm definitely looking forward to what the rest of the cast is. Hopefully, the deal. Because there are gonna be DLC seasons and all that, and all that I can hope for is that it's just make it worthwhile. And honestly, I just hope for an entertaining story. That's really I can only ask for Street Fighter. I can't really ask for something engaging or something that's gonna blow me away because this is Street Fighter we're talking about. even something like Mortal Kombat that really tries to be ambitious and how they present their story. I'd rather be entertaining and stupid than rather ambitious and moronic.
I can't wait to start the story mode for Street Fighter 6, and then it just fades to black for a second, and then all you hear revving up in the music is "Welcome to the World Tour War Tour."
Dragon
Ball to the World Tour.
Dragon Ball GT. It's like, oh, he fooled you. It turns out Street Fighter 6 is actually a Dragon Ball GT fighting game.
Hell yeah.
Starring all your favorite GT characters, like Mustache Vegeta.
And Baby Vegeta. And the Para brothers.
And Pam.
Yeah.
Pam.
And the not so fun Trunks.
Oh, and Super 17.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Super 17.
Everyone forgets about Super 17. and don't forget also Teenage Goten.
And Bra.
But she's not she's not a fighter though, so she can't enter.
I mean, they'll find a way.
No,
maybe she'll insult you.
No,
she does bonus damage to her father.
No, she's in a big mech. That's how they put her in the game.
She does bonus damage. As soon as she taunts her father, he gets KO'd.
Gal says mixing rap into a Dragon Ball fighting game has immediately made it a bestseller in the black community. It's actually Teenage Poonhound Goten. Oh yeah, that's during the second episode where he was so busy talking to a girl on the phone, he literally missed the trip to go into space and to get the Black Star Dragon Balls. Saga says,
Hell yeah.
rap doesn't work for Dragon Ball for me. That's because you're not black. Simple as that.
Damn, called you out on it too. He called you out on your lack of melanin.
No, he has melanin. It's just not that specific melanin.
Well, exactly, lack of it.
No, it's
He
just
has it, but it doesn't mean that he has enough, which he's lacking.
as if we have enough. Actually, you might have it more than me, considering you look more Aztecan than me.
That is true.
But I got the nose of an Aztecan.
Put us together and we're a full Aztec.
There we go. But anyways, so yeah, obviously.
Oh,
yes.
I forgot one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small little feature that I like,
That is.
but it's a feature. I found out that you can be able to switch up the faces when you're waiting in the, when the two characters like are shown together and they're like glaring at each other.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually press up or down on the D-pad and it switches their faces.
Oh, that's
kind of like how Soul Calibur did the whole thing with the face thing.
Oh, that's right. Soul Calibur 2, you can have the characters like say a random thing by pressing one of the face buttons.
My favorite one was Link. He just goes,
yeah. I like that's all he can give.
I sent you a picture. One of the faces.
Man, I can see this as your profile picture.
That is going to be my profile picture. How'd you know?
This freaking Ryu.
I need to do it right now. Actually, since I had enough time to actually do it.
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna save it. What would you call that expression? No worries, Chugs. You'll see in a minute. What would you call that expression for Ryu?
Really? That's all I say. It looks like
disappointed Ryu.
Disappointed Ryu. Hell yeah.
There you go. I'll show it here in a bit, folks. I'm just saving this image because it's too good. It's too good.
I got it here. I'm gonna show it on my side. Display. It is displayed on my side.
All right, and
but yeah,
I'm gonna show it here in just a moment.
This is the best face I've seen with Ryu. Oh, I never noticed that. This is advantage C. What does that mean?
Wait.
Huh. On the bottom.
Where's my... Oh, I thought I saved the image. Where the heck is it?
But there you go. That's going to be my new profile picture.
Dang it, where is it? Unless... Ah, darn it. Did I save it in a different folder?
It's always the case.
Okay, I don't see it in the last folder I was working on. Where the heck did I put it? It's on here.
Where the heck did I put it?
Dang, I'm gonna have to re-download this thing again.
I have to re-download it. Where did I put it?
Oh,
I put it under download.
We're such professionals here.
I didn't put it under downloads. I lied.
Let's see. Let me just double check. Oh, no wonder whatever the file was is not one I can upload. The heck?
Oh, you have to go.
Okay. I think I know. I think I know why.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, now there we go. JPEG. Disappointed. Man, he's disappointed at us. You're taking so long just to show this funny picture. Okay. Now the real deal. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh wait, why is it saved as a video player? What the hell?
Why are you saving it as Dang it, put in the wrong folder. Okay, it's here. Okay, let me just do that. Okay, I finally have it. Just gotta move it into there. Okay, there. Okay, there we go. Finally, now the audience can see it. There you go.
I don't know why I had to do it this way.
Good lord, that took too long. There you go. He's right on top of you, Chad. Disappointed Ryu. And
He's disappointed in us.
Yeah,
We're taking too long.
No, he's disappointed because we were talking about all that stuff in the beginning of the stream. Oh man. Gale says if they put a Gale says Chala Hechala remix for Fighters 2. Make it happen, Bandai. Oh, they probably are working on a Dragon Ball Fighters 2. They're too stupid not to. Gale says also if they put a rap track for Jump Force, it probably would have sold better since they were going for a realism thing. Yeah, man. But the thing is though, who's gonna get the rap remixes? Dragon Ball, Bleach, One Piece, or Naruto? Actually, no. A better question, Virgo. If you're if you're still here, would you want to hear a rap remix of a Naruto track or a Dragon Ball track? If you're still here. Oh yeah, Jump Force still look ugly as sin, but hey, at least we'll have an interesting soundtrack. This is like.
There we go.
Virgo with this like sigh. Yes, yeah. Answer the question, man.
Gotta answer it.
Oh, he said he will have rap remixes for the Dragon Ball. I guess you don't love Naruto that much.
Yeah, screw Naruto.
Exactly.
I gave it the good old college try and it was boring.
No, you gave it the good old community college try.
No, this was college try because I was almost at the end of it.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah.
you gave it too much credit. Yeah, but in any case, actually, I think it's about time to start closing things off. So my final thoughts on Street Fighter 6. I am liking everything so far. Hopefully, hopefully there's no future news that takes out the excitement for the reveal. I'm very listen, I am very, of course, cautiously optimistic because I think everyone has learned a lesson with 5. So it's definitely gonna be a game that I'm definitely gonna buy after I hear what the first impressions are, and that Capcom. I sincerely hope they learn from mistakes because they've actually been doing pretty well in terms of their other franchises and keeping the momentum and excitement with Resident Evil, with Monster Hunter. Heck, even with Ghosts and Goblins, surprisingly. So I'm hoping hope they keep the same treatment for Street Fighter, and apparently, Jack, apparently, unless I'm given this is incorrect information because I didn't see a engine logo. You know what engine this Street Fighter 6 is running on?
What?
The RE engine.
That makes perfect sense.
Which, man, Capcom's getting the most out of that engine when you think about it. They are getting the most out of it. They can make horror games, action games. Now they're making fighting games out of it.
I still wish to see more information on RE4 remaster.
Oh yeah, that's well. I'll say this about I'll say this very quickly about RE4 remaster. And that I think I understand how people when they saw RE2 was remake and talk about people who were big fans of RE2. I understood what they were coming from. However, I remember that RE2, the remake, was a very great remake. So now that's not to say that Capcom could fumble with the remake for RE4, because much like how the original R2 maybe doesn't need to be remade. Yeah, it's an older style of gameplay, but definitely doesn't need to be remade. But the remake was done very well. So if they took the same effort and time that they took with RE2, then RE4 could actually be just as good and maybe even better than the original. So, but I definitely understand where RE4 fans are coming from. I just one of those things that I had to kind of remove that bias and see it as and just see it go, you know what, this is an opportunity for the game to be better than how it already is. Because RE4 is great, but it's not perfect.
They better keep the suplexes.
We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do, because this is the first time they're going to adapt a game that is a lot more actiony than the original titles that they were remaking.
Also, Smaxo, you are very correct. Says, also RE4 remake is redundant. RE4 is perfect. Why not Code Veronica? I agree with the whole why not Code Veronica.
Because
Like,
Code Veronica is not going to sell.
I know, but it makes sense because I mean it's the safer bet. Has the same kind of feel as the other ones.
Well,
as
no,
the other REs.
yeah, I mean, I'll think of it like this: if they wanted to remake Code Veronica, it's gonna be given the same care and attention as the remake for Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I see it. About like I could see Capcom doing that, and if you did enjoy Resident Evil 3 for what it was, then do you really want them to remake Code Veronica?
True.
There. And besides, they already did remake Code Veronica. It was called The Umbrella Chronicle.
Oh god.
Oh man. Let's see.
And they better keep the what are you buying?
Oh, they definitely will. There's no way that they would take him out. Smaxo says the characters for the Arthur, so none at all. That's what I'm implying. Yes, that's what I'm implying, Smaxo. Yellow says if they want this remake to be perfect, they gotta port it to everything under the sun. Yes, that RE4 remake better be running on Switch. Oh man, it would be the first new RE game the Switch would finally have.
True.
Let's see. Ghetto says it'll probably go back to the tone that was originally planned after the prototype became Devil May Cry. It could be like with the Hookman demo, something akin to that. That could be interesting. And let's see anything else. And Syke says so that's why he doesn't like the Street Fighter 6 art style. It's the RE engine. I really enjoy the RE engine, but you know, tomato. Listen, at least hey, these models could look much worse, and we've seen what much worse could look like. How many years has it been, and Capcom didn't even try to fix Ken's face in SF5? So like I said, yeah, you have a right to complain, but it could be much worse. Now, I will laugh if Ken's face still looks funky even in this new art style.
That would be annoying.
Because then at that point, you know what it is? At that point, you know what it is?
It's on purpose.
Either on purpose or Ken really just does not translate well to 3D. There's just something about him that doesn't work well with 3D designs. He was only meant to be seen in 2D. All right then. Man. But I think that's about it. And so we'll start closing things off with actually one last thing. So it says every engine worked for Resident Evil Village, but not the rest. I mean, the Leon mean face exists for a reason. Yeah, but that was people messing with literally the models of the faces.
Yeah, that was just like messing with all the animation percentages. It was literally upping animation percentages to like 500. Yeah,
Leon's face looks perfectly fine in RE remake. He looks like a rookie cop.
Which is funny because I love those. I love those videos. I love watching the 500%. I love watching the 1000%. The 1000% literally had the. I think his name was Marty or Martin.
Marvin.
That one cop. Yeah, just literally disappear, and it was a floating gun.
Girl says you just gotta accept Ken as an ugly man. Oh no.
No, I can't.
He's not ugly.
Street Fighter 3.
He's fugly.
But Street Fighter 3 made him look amazing, and his like character sprite and the art when you're in the character select.
See, Jack, this is what happens when you trust a man whose eyebrows don't match his hair color.
Oh yeah, he does dye his hair blonde. Of course, they're not gonna say he does, but we all know
he does.
This is why she left him. Too much hair dye. We can't keep living a lie. You want to dye the hair for our baby.
Or she finds us, so that's why you married me. You were jealous. You wanted my hair. All right, let's actually start closing things up.
right.
Jack, you have anything to announce?
So far it will probably be the same as anything. I will be playing RE4 before the remaster comes out, because it's been a while. I don't remember much about RE4, so I might as well go through that again and just enjoy it. So it'll be with the selection of the Great Ace Attorney and Yakuza, but RE4 will be in there somewhere.
Neat. And as for me, for my announcements, I'm happy to report that the current Black Friday video is currently 75% done, and assuming nothing takes too much of my time tomorrow, there is a possibility that it could be that it will be uploaded this Friday. Make no promises, but it is very much near completion. So do be excited for the next Black Friday video. As far as live streams, I should be available on Saturday. So there will be a normal chill stream for this weekend to look forward to, and that's really all I have to announce in terms of the channel. Oh, and by the way, Jack, I finally started replaying Grace Attorney again, which according to my last save file was the last time I played it was 5 months ago. Yeah, but luckily I still a lot of the info I either remember or the game reminded me, and I was like, oh, I remember that detail. So I think I'm actually near the assuming there's nothing else, I think I'm actually near the end game of the first Great Ace Attorney game.
What's the case?
Well, what episode are you in?
For the first game, I beat the first game.
Oh, I wasn't even aware. So okay, then I'm on the 5th. I'm on part 5 of episode 5. Like I'm going to.
You're practically done. Yeah, you're practically done.
Yeah, so I'm at I'm assuming the final trial.
Yeah.
All right.
It should be.
Now, obviously, don't tell you much, but I just want to ask, how much BS am I expecting?
Let's see. Episode 5. What was the case again?
That was the case of trying to prove Gina's innocence of her being accused of killing Mr. Wendebaker, the pawnbroker. Her.
Hold on, I need to look at them again. Oh, wait. This is for the first. Oh, wait. Episode 5?
Yeah.
I'm getting different pictures. I'm getting the one for I'm getting the bonus level.
Or what's episode 4? Well, doesn't matter. Okay, maybe it's not the right episode number, but it's the trial of is Gina's trial.
Well, either way, you're getting close to the end.
All right then. Well, I'll certainly.
We'll close it, and I'm still looking. All right. We'll close.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Interested. I am.
You playing the game? How'd you? Yeah, never mind. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Oh, thank you very much for watching. And this is Hack and Jack signing out.